Jose, can you see you're a citizen now? Well, I don't really remember the rest of the words, so I'm going to start here. I thought I'd return to saying some selected Baha'i prayers, and I'm going to adapt some things from the teaching section, and Ullah and Abdul, I think is who I'm going to mention. Magnified, well, I mean, the original authors, I think this is in Farsi, but I'm going some English here. Magnified be thy name, O my God, for that thou hast manifested the day which is the King of days, the day which thou didst announce unto thy chosen ones, and thy prophet in thy most excellent tablets, the day whereon thou didst shed the splendor of the glory of all thy names upon all created things. Great is its blessedness. Whosoever hath set himself towards thee, and entered thy presence, and caught the accents of thy voice, I beseech thee, O my Lord, by the name of him round whom circleth in adoration the kingdom of thy names, that thou wilt graciously assist them that are dear to thee, to glorify thy word among thy servants, and to shed abroad thy praise amidst thy creatures, so that the ecstasies of thy revelation may fill the souls of all the dwellers of thine earth, since thou hast guided them, O my Lord, unto the living waters of thy grace. Grant by thy bounty that they may not be kept back from thee, and since thou hast summoned them to the habitation of thy throne, drive them not out of thy presence. Through thy loving kindness, send down upon them what shall wholly detach them from aught else except thee, and make them able to soar in the atmosphere of thy nearness in such wise that neither the ascendancy of the oppressor nor the suggestions of them that have disbelieved in thy most august and most mighty self shall be capable of keeping them back from thee. And that is, the original was by Ullah. Praise be to thee, O Lord my God. I implore thee by thy name, which none hath befittingly recognized, and whose import no soul hath fathomed. I beseech thee by him who is the foundation of thy revelation, and the dayspring of thy signs, to make my heart to be a receptacle of thy love, and of remembrance of thee. Knit it then to thy most great ocean, that from it may flow out the living waters of thy wisdom, and the crystal streams of thy glorification and praise. The limbs of my body testify to thy unity, and the hair of my head declareth the power of thy sovereignty and might. I have stood at the door of thy grace with utter self-effacement and complete abnegation, and clung to the hem of thy bounty, and fixed mine eyes upon the horizon of thy gifts. Do thou destine for me, O my God, what becometh the greatness of thy majesty, and assist me by thy strengthening grace, so to teach thy cause, that the dead may speed out of their sepulchres, and rush forth towards thee, trusting wholly in thee, and fixing their gaze upon the orient of thy cause, and the dawning place of thy revelation. Thou, verily, art the most powerful, the most high, the all-knowing, the all-wise. Baha'u'llah. Wrote the original for the preceding. Glory be unto thee, O Lord of the world, and desire of the nations. O thou who hast become manifest in the greatest name, whereby the pearls of wisdom and utterance have appeared from the shells of the great sea of thy knowledge, and the heavens of divine revelation have been adorned with the light of the appearance of the sun of thy countenance. I beg of thee, by that word to which thy proof was perfected among thy creatures, and thy testimony was fulfilled amidst thy servants, to strengthen thy people, and that whereby the face of the cause will radiate in thy dominion. The standards of thy power will be planted among thy servants, and the banners of thy guidance be raised throughout thy dominions. O my Lord, thou beholdest them clinging to the rope of thy grace, and holding fast unto the hem of the mantle of thy beneficence. Ordain for them that which may draw them nearer unto thee, and withhold them from all else save thee. I beg of thee, O thou King of existence, and protector of the seen and the unseen, to make whosoever arises to serve thy cause as a sea moving by thy desire, as one ablaze with the fire of thy sacred tree, shining from the horizon of the heaven of thy will. Verily thou art the mighty one, whom neither the power of all the world nor the strength of nations can weaken. There is no God but thee, the one, the incomparable, the protector, the self-subsistent. And the previous was by Baha'i. O God, who art the author of all manifestations, the source of all sources, the fountainhead of all revelations, and the wellspring of all lights, I testify that by thy name the heaven of understanding hath been adorned, and the ocean of utterance hath surged, and the dispensations of thy providence have been promulgated unto the followers of all religion. I beseech thee so to enrich me as to dispense with all save thee, and be made independent of anyone except thyself. Rain down then upon me out of the clouds of thy bounty that which shall profit me in every world of thy worlds. Assist me then through thy strengthening grace, so to serve thy cause amidst thy servants, that I may show forth what will cause me to be remembered as long as thine own kingdom endureth, and thy dominion will last. This is thy servant, O my Lord, who with his whole being hath turned under the horizon of thy bounty, and the ocean of thy grace, and the heaven of thy gifts. Do with me then as becometh thy majesty, and thy glory, and thy bounteousness, and thy bounteousness, and thy grace. Thou in truth art the God of strength and power, who art meet to answer them that pray thee. There is no God save thee, the all-knowing, the all-wise. And that previous was from Baha'i Ullah. Say, magnified be thy name, O Lord my God. I beseech thee by thy name, through which the splendor of the light of wisdom shone resplendent, when the heavens, a divine utterance, were set in motion amidst mankind, to graciously aid me by thy heavenly confirmations, and enabled me to extol thy name amongst thy servants. O Lord, unto thee have I turned my face. Detached from all save thee, and holding fast to the hem of thy robe, of thy manifold blessings. Unloose my tongue, therefore, to proclaim that which will captivate the minds of men and rejoice their souls and spirit, and will rejoice their souls and spirits. Strengthen me then in thy cause, in such wise that I may not be hindered by the ascendancy of the oppressors among thy creatures, not withheld by the onslaught of the disbelievers amidst those who dwell in thy realm. Make me as a lamp shining throughout thy lands, that those in whose hearts the light of thy knowledge gloweth and the yearning for thy love lingereth may be guided by its radiance. Verily, potent art thou to do whatsoever thou willest, and in thy grasp thou holdest the kingdom of creation. There is nothing other divine but thee, the Almighty, the All-Wise. And that previous was from Baha'i, Ullah. O my God, aid thou thy servant to raise up the world, to raise up the word, and to refute what is vain and false, to establish the truth, to spread the sacred verses abroad, reveal the splendors, and make the morning's light to dawn in the hearts of the righteous. Thou art verily the generous, the forgiving. And that was by Abdul, Bahai. O God, my God, aid thou thy trusted servants to have loving and tender hearts. Help them to spread amongst all the nations of the earth the light of guidance that cometh from the company on high. Verily, thou art the strong, the powerful, the mighty, the all-subduing, the ever-giving. Verily, thou art the generous, the gentle, the tender, the most bountiful. And that was from Abdul Bahai. Thou seest me, O my God, bowed down in lowliness, humbling myself before thy commandments, submitting to thy sovereignty, trembling at the might of thy dominion, fleeing from thy wrath, entreating thy grace, relying upon thy forgiveness, shaking with awe at thy fury. I implore thee with a throbbing heart, with streaming tears and a yearning soul, and in complete detachment from all things, to make thy lovers as rays of light across thy realms, and to aid thy chosen servants to exalt thy word, that their faces may turn beauteous and bright with splendor, that their hearts may be filled with mysteries, and that every soul may lay down its burden of sin. Guard them, then, from the aggressor, from him who hath become a shameless and blasphemous doer of wrong. Verily, thy lovers thirst, O my Lord. Lead them to the wellspring of bounty and grace. Verily they hunger. Send down unto them thy heavenly table. Verily they are naked. Robe them in the garments of learning and knowledge. Heroes are they. O my Lord, lead them to the field of battle. Guides are they. Make them to speak out with arguments and proofs. Ministering servants are they. Cause them to pass round the cup that burneth with the wine of certitude. O my God, make them be songsters that carol in fair gardens. Make them liaisons that couch in the thickets, whales that plunge in the vasty deep. Verily, thou art he of abounding grace. There is none other God save thee, the mighty, the powerful, the ever bestowing. Thou knowest, O God, and art my witness. that I have no desire in my heart save to attain thy good pleasure, to be confirmed in servitude unto thee, to concentrate myself in thy service, to labor in thy great vineyard, and to sacrifice all in thy path. Thou art the all-knowing and the all-seeing. I have no wish save to turn my steps in my love for thee towards the mountains and the deserts, to loudly proclaim the advent of thy kingdom, and to raise thy call amidst all humans. O God, open thou the way for this helpless one. Grant thou the remedy to this ailing one, and bestow thy healing upon this afflicted one. With burning heart and tearful eyes, I supplicate thee at thy threshold. O God, I am prepared to endure any ordeal in thy path, and desire with all my heart and soul to meet any hardship. O God, protect me from tests. Thou knowest full well that I have turned away from all things and freed myself of all thoughts. I have no occupation save mention of thee, and no aspiration save serving thee. And that was from Abdul, Baha'i.